So today I want to talk about sleeve condition. Can't play the sleeves. I'm Chris. This is Late Night Dead Wax. So yeah, this is kind of a running joke between me and my friend Hans. And some record collectors take it way more serious than I do. I only worry about vinyl condition. In fact, I've got some really bad ones in my collection. But like I always tell Hans, you can't play the sleeve. The sleeve can be trash, but if the wax is in perfect condition, you could be passing up on a great record. So I highlighted 10 of them. I want to start off by saying that these are all ones in my collection, and I know they're bad, and it's just the sleeve, and I don't really care. I want to also mention that there are some out there that are chronically bad for this kind of stuff, like the White Album from the Beatles. If you can find an early pressing of that, or a first pressing, or anything early that is still white, that's absolutely incredible. And another one that I see all the time that's in really bad condition sleeve-wise is Harvest from Neil Young. I don't know what that texture is that they put on it, but it seemed to absorb every speck of dirt, and they just look horrible. But that's not what's important. What's important is the record. For example, this is Dio Holy Diver. It's actually just a generic sleeve. I printed this out so I had something to put the record in. And it was a German pressing. I got it at a really good deal. It sounds incredible. Just the sleeve. I don't care. Violent Femmes. This was a hard one to come by, and I got another excellent deal on a great record, great sounding record, great condition. Only thing is, we got this going on, and I don't regret buying it. I listen to it a lot. It sounds great. Sleeve looks horrible. It is what it is, you know? This is a fun one. I bought this Black Sabbath Paranoid from a seller on Whatnot, and I got a great deal on it. Wax is perfect. It's got all this stuff going on the side here, and I also bought a second record from him, Mob Rules, another Black Sabbath, and I thought, well, that one looks good, but I found the rest of Paranoid. These two must have been in someone's collection that maybe got wet, but they were stuck together and one came off on the other. Once again, though, the vinyl itself, VG Plus to mint, near mint, and I got such a good deal on it because some people are very particular about the sleeves. I'm not one of them. This one I've shown before. This Parliament, I don't know what happened there. It appears that someone or something chewed on it pretty good. But talk about funk. Man, this record's so funky, it doesn't even matter it doesn't have a corner. If you can find one of these and the sleeve looks like that, still buy it. Great record. This is another one. It's kind of bilaterally something else. It's a great record. My pressing is only a wax time, so it's not like a super desirable pressing, but I got it for next to nothing because the sleeve is trashed. Doesn't really matter to me because it still sounds good. The guy I bought it off of, I got it for real cheap on Whatnot, and the guy told a story that his ex-wife did this to his record, and he wanted it out of his house, so it's in mine. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. This one looks like it's been through the war. It's a promo copy. Didn't make it sleeve-wise. But the record itself was in great condition and sounds great. It's a great record. I mean, Bon Jovi, height of Bon Jovi. And can't play the sleeve. Kiss, Alive. Oh, this one. This sleeve is just absolutely haggard. I mean, it's just a disaster. Ringwear everywhere. It's so ugly. Hans would never even look at this one. But the records were perfect, and I got it for 50 cents. It's amazing. It's if you can get past how it looks. Now, I put all these in quality outer sleeves, so this is as bad as it's going to get. It's not going to keep getting worse. I'm not one to rip my records out and play around with them and get them wet and all that stuff. So it kind of tells a story. I mean, I don't know what the story is, but somebody in the 70s really loved this. This one I just picked up, Neon Trees Picture Show. This was on my episode where I talked about records that you get a reissue. This was one of them. Love this record. It's incredible. Only ever pressed one time. Gatefold double record. Sounds incredible. It's easily a $100 record. I've only ever held it in my hands other than mine one time, and the guy wanted $100 for it. That was a fair deal. I didn't buy it. I ended up picking up this one for much, much cheaper because once again we got a trash sleeve, and I can get past that because I love this record and it sounds great. Now I also want to mention that I'm a collector of records, and I collect what I like and I collect what I listen to. Now, I don't collect what I think is going to appreciate in value or anything like that. This is just for personal enjoyment. So, once again, can't play the sleeve, and I save so much money by getting it in this condition. And my last one's kind of a fun one. I picked up this Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. It's a great record. I'm slowly filling out my Judas Priest collection. And this one, somebody wrote with a Sharpie on it. They also wrote on the actual label, but it says, Tombo loves Robin, true love always. Now, I don't know who either of them are. I hope they're still together. I wish them luck. and now I've got a story with this record, and it still sounds amazing. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you can't play the sleeve. I know I've said that a few times, but at the end of the day, that what's important to me is how the record sounds. And I only really buy stuff that I know I'm going to listen to. I've got some impulse buys that I might listen to once, and maybe I'll send them along their way to another collector. But for the most part, everything I buy for personal enjoyment of listening, not looking at. So, although I totally respect all of the collectors out there that have to have, near mint sleeves, Hans, but that's just not for me. And I just figured I'd make a quick video, tell you how I feel about that. So, till next time, see you. Ten records, and I talked about each one of them, and somehow still couldn't make a video more than 8 minutes. Maybe next time. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving.